That's what we want, people to be happy and confident that Leicestershire County Council's here for them.
Hello, welcome to a brand new podcast where we're going to dive into the work of Leicestershire County Council and the big issues that matter to our residents. I'm Katie Pegg, I work in the County Council's communications team, and today I'm joined by County Council leader Dan Harrison. Now, there's no bigger issue for the council or its residents other than our budget, a really big issue. So we're going to kick off with some questions that look at how we manage our budget. So Dan, can we kick off with how big is the County Council's budget?
Well, the total budget for Leicestershire is 1.3 billion. That's the size of the business. And that's broken down to staff costs, service costs, and numerous other costs. But that's what it turns out. That's what we handle every year here at the moment.
So we're one of the biggest organisations in Leicestershire, presumably?
I'd have thought so, but I mean there are probably some very big subsidiaries of world international companies, etc. But I'd have thought based locally and the amount of staff, we probably are one of the big people in Leicestershire.
Well, where does that money go? What do we spend most of it on?
Well, we started with reducing costs, so that was important. So we reduced the 5% over the budget that councils normally deploy, up to 5, and some are allowed up to 10. Our additional extra was reduced down to 2.99, and that's the first time for probably 10 years. But it was an act of faith to the public to show that what we're trying to do here as a county council is to acknowledge the people who actually fund us and who are struggling to pay, so it was a first choice. But then we've also put a lot of money into services. We've put 58 million into children's services, 30 million into adults, and then an extra 13 million into SEND.
And I believe that at Cabinet this week you looked at the outturn report, which reviews at the budget. Is it on track? What did that say? Are things on track?
Most certainly they are on track. We were able to underspend, probably for the first time for a long time, £7 million. We're able to put 2.5 million invest in repairing roads, which will probably be a welcome to a lot of people. 2.5 million into reducing our debt, and we've put 2 million towards delivering multi-million pound savings. You know, we're trying to make savings, we have to spend some money. We've got to energise the market ourselves in what we're trying to do and delivering. And we've got some massively exciting programmes that I'll probably talk to you later about. But it's a bit of a roller coaster, because what we're achieving here in Leicestershire is unique. We're really working hard and achieving some outstanding things. When I think of the £250 million to improve Leicestershire roads, 250 million, they're not little numbers, are they? They're really enormous, and that's the addition that I mentioned earlier on, putting up where we're trying to find money, we're squeezing it through. So that's amazing. 87 million to enhance schools, to build schools, to be able to make them safe and more appropriate and better for our children.
Well, talking of efficiencies, one of the big programmes that we've launched officially this week is our Better Leicestershire Programme, the efficiency review. So can you tell us more about it?
Yeah, it's a programme where we believe in making this authority, Leicestershire, better for the people. Our aim is to make this successful so the people themselves feel happier. I want to see a happy Leicestershire. I want people to pick their heads up and think, yeah, our council's working for us. They're listening to us. And so this making it better is a whole programme of different events, different things, how we're going to communicate with people better, how we're going to understand their problems, how we can facilitate better services. And some of our upstream programmes will facilitate that, helping people to stay in their homes longer if that's what they wish. And lots of people, as you become older and probably struggle to walk or whatever, they still would love to live in their own home. It's their home. Part of our efficiency review, we're at a stage now where we've identified around about 30 million that's going to drop in every year. Right. So that 30 million will reoccur. So some of the work is quite technical and skilled, going and looking at how we can reoccur, how that money can drop into the pot on a regular basis. So that's really significant.
And obviously residents like everyone else are feeling the pinch, cost of living, things are expensive. What's your message for them? Well,
have hope that we are doing everything we can to cut costs. We've made a first start, but if we can manage our services better, make them more vibrant and more friendly to people who are in need of our services, and still manage our costs correctly, that's going to be a big win. And that will be making Leicestershire better. When you get into the engine room and look at all the nuts and bolts and what we're doing, eventually will appear the services are better, people are more happier. That's what we want, people to be happy and confident that Leicestershire County Council's here for them. And that's the key, where people have felt in the past probably it was a struggle to contact us, a struggle if they've got a problem. We want to say, hey, we're here, how can we help?
Brilliant. Thank you, Dan. Thank you for your time. And thank you for watching. I hope you found this helpful. And this will be the first in a series where we'll look at a range of issues. If there's anything particular you want us to tackle, let us know.